Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Hey, Jordy, did you know that we're on other platforms too?
Really, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and if you would like to talk to us, Discord and Reddit.
Yeah, and if you're watching on YouTube, you should subscribe too. Thank you.
One take. Hi. Hi. It's us. We're back.
Why would you do this?
Um,
Didn't even wait for me to press M on my keyboard.
oh, sorry. It's Split View. You're listening to it. My name's Jordy. On the other side of the table, it's Tom. We haven't done that in ages.
Yeah, I was going to say, have we even, introduced who the fuck we are?
Right, you know who we are by now.
Yeah. You know who it'd be.
We're household names at this point, I think, aren't we? You know,
that's not a good thing.
You know, there's never a day goes by where
people know who Charlie Manson is, Jordy. He's a household name.
I guess he technically is, isn't he?
That's what I'm saying. That's not a good thing.
Yeah. So, everyone always talks about the classic Australian podcasting duo, Tom and Jordy, on Split View. And you're back again for another week. I'm surprised, but I'm grateful that you're back again.
Okay.
Definitely am surprised, though.
You making fun of our fans?
Yeah, I am. Because, you have so many other things to listen to, and yet this is what you pick. You know what I mean?
Really, though?
Yeah, this is... there's better stuff out there. There really is.
I'm not judging you, but, fuck.
Really take a good hard think about what you've done to come here and listen to this.
I'm deleting Split View episode 1.
Are you really?
No,
Why?
I'm not going to. I really want to because I'm really ashamed of how it sounds.
That's okay, because I have it downloaded anyway.
Yeah.
I've got the YouTube video downloaded.
I do too.
Just in case you did do that.
Okay.
Because you've mentioned it one too many. You will do it one day. I know you will.
Yeah, when we're not doing this anymore, and I'll delete that first.
But why would you delete it if we're not doing it anymore? You got to keep it all so we can hold on to it.
I put every season 1 episode on an M disc, which is a 1,000-year DVD, so that's on there permanently.
Yes.
So,
well, that will actually tie into my topic that I have a bit later, in a very broad way, but I don't want to get into that right now.
Okay.
We'll preamble for a bit first, rather than just jumping right into it, as it were. First things first, I just want to say it was Ali and I's anniversary on the 13th, 2 years. And we went away, and it was lovely. And I just want to say, actually, that I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that for 2 years, it still takes you 9 fucking minutes to put your shoes on. I counted. This is getting real.
Jordy, I don't want to be a part of this.
I literally counted.
You're making me uncomfortable.
Good. I counted, all right? We were on the beach. We walk, cute little walk across the beach. We were taking a bunch of photos, right? So this was my whole plan for while I was away.
Take feet pics?
No, well, yes, but that's just all the time anyway. But to take boomer photos. So I took as many, it's like a wall of text with a million emojis and a million exclamation marks. So Ali and I set out on a quest to take bad photos, and that is way harder than you think with the phones that we have.
Just take actual bad photos where it's at a slant and there's a finger in the camera.
Yeah. Oh, the finger, that's shit.
Yeah.
That's one that we didn't think of. We were trying to go for every single trope possible, so we have one picture of us this much of our head, smiling like this, with a third of the... Anyway, I'll put them up somewhere probably because I think it'd be funny.
You should buy a piece of green card and then green screen fingers. You should just take photos of fingers and then green screen it onto the photos.
I might still do that because that's a great idea and I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
But, no, in all honesty, it was great fun. And I love you very much. There you go. You had something you wanted to talk about?
Oh, I had kind of a weird realization that I don't know how long a centimeter is. I don't know what 1 degrees is. I don't know how long a meter is. I don't know if my glass of water that says 500 mils is 500 mils.
I have this all the time because my depth perception and everything is really bad.
It's not even that.
So I just assume that other people know better than me, and I just go off them. But
I've touched on this before, but I don't think we can truly understand what a minute is. How long a minute is in actuality, or how long a centimeter is. and I kind of wrote down a plan of how to know how long a meter is.
Oh, well, dude.
So, okay, here's how it started, right? I bought a guitar tuner.
Yeah.
Sounds completely unfucking related.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, these are cool devices that used to cost like $1,000 10 or 20 years ago. That's kind of cool how they can miniaturize that. And I wonder how they work, how accurate they are. And I was like, maybe I should build one just to kind of see how it works and all that. See how like polish up my skills. And I was like, but how am I going to know what exactly 440 hertz is? Because that's, have you ever seen on tuners or on our pedal it says A440? Yeah. That's because like A4 is 440 hertz. But how do you know what 440 hertz is without consulting a tuner? And how do you know the tuner you're consulting knows exactly what 440 hertz is?
That's true, yeah.
So I kind of came up with the plan of knowing exactly what 440 hertz is, and in turn knowing how long a meter is, I guess.
Tom, I'm scared.
Yes,
Tom, I am scared.
You should be, because
I'm fucking scared.
This isn't things that people should worry about necessarily.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so
if you don't see me in the next few weeks...
Okay.
He's figured out exactly how deep to bury me.
I've cut you into exactly 1 meter square cubes and buried you exactly 6 feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I want to make a tuner that can tune to 440 hertz.
Mm-hmm.
How am I going to know what, frequencies are? And I was like, oh, you put water in a glass, you tap it, it makes a sound, right?
Yeah.
So you can make a little like tuning fork out of a glass of water.
Mm-hmm.
But how do I know exactly how much water to put into a glass? Well, I could use a ruler. I could measure the the glass with the ruler. But how do I know my ruler is like exactly 30 centimeters long? Like, wood warps and shrinks depending on humidity. Well, I could use a laser to shoot a pulse of energy and measure exactly how long it takes to bounce off something. But how do I know the device I'm measuring with knows exactly how long a minute is? I was like, okay, I can use a principle of electronics. I can use a multimeter. But how do I know my multimeter knows exactly what a volt is, like, standard?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the dead end here. So I've gone to a tuner, glass of water, a ruler, a laser, a timer, to a multimeter. And my multimeter is the last part. I actually bought something to calibrate my multimeter as well. So this is going to have an exciting conclusion. But... Isn't it crazy that I can directly relate those properties? If I know exactly, if I know that my multimeter knows exactly what a volt is, I'm in like a measurement nirvana. I know exactly what everything is. I know how long a meter is. I know how long 30 centimeters is. I know exactly how much water is in my glass. I know exactly what pitch my guitar is.
But what does that do for you?
I know what things are. There's no inaccuracy. I know that my guitar is going to be perfectly in tune. What?
Tom, never once in my fucking life have I worried about the exact amount of millage in my
but you would
fucking cup.
You would need to know if you were trying to make a tuner out of it. Because how would you know that, like...
Tom, I don't need to make a tuner because people already make them.
Yeah, but how do you know those tuners are actually, like, calibrated?
I don't care.
Do you think they're going to pay for, like, actual calibration on the tuners? Are they just going to roughly make it go to, like, 440 hertz? You could get a guitar string and you can measure out how exactly long it is. Like, you can tense it up to be 440 hertz, but how are you going to know that you've measured exactly? Like... So I'm saying there's like no one really knows that the measurements they're using are exactly the measurements that they should be. They just kind of trust that it is because we're good enough at building shit to be kind of in there. Only in fucking like multi-million-dollar science labs do they actually have the exact fucking standards. Like they know exactly what one bean of rice is.
Because no one else needs it.
Yeah, but I do.
No one else needs
I do, Jordy.
Fucking hell.
I just, like, these are things I think about when I'm going to sleep. Because
No wonder you don't fucking sleep.
Okay. I mean, I genuinely have insomnia. I genuinely do need to do these things. Because I need my multimeter to be calibrated because I'm making some, like, precise circuitry pretty soon. So I ordered some parts. I was about to click buy on like $100 calibration standard, like little tiny ass chip that probably fucking drop and fall into a floor crack. And I was like, nah, I don't need that. Just get a glass of water. So
Good call. Saving money
That's my kind of
on something you didn't even need to begin with.
That's my metrology rant for today.
Right, I see. Yeah, I've never heard many metrology rants in my life. I will be honest with you there.
It's meteorology.
Okay.
Metrology.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know.
They're two different things.
Yeah, I'm not all that bothered by it. Shit, what were we talking about?
I was going on a rant about metrology.
Oh, that's right, you were. Okay, we're back. We had to BRB while Tom DIY'd some stuff because it's fucking hot in here, and he was trying to put a sheet up so we could keep the aircon in. Anyway, we now have absolutely no frame of reference for how long this episode is going to go for and has gone for.
Is, will be, or is going to be.
Exactly.
No idea.
So, on that note, shall I get into my topic?
Sure.
Then I will.
Jordy, I don't want to be in this room anymore.
Why not?
Because it's getting hotter.
It is getting hotter. So let's do a long, drawn-out game then, shall we? I don't have many notes on this because it revolves around us winging it.
Nice.
As in, the game does. The game does. What we're going to do, right? So imagine this, okay? Where... You know how we did the episode a few weeks ago about how the world's fucked in like 100 years?
Yeah.
So, it's now 2120, okay? The world is fucked. There's still people here.
Jordy shakes the table.
Yeah, well, that's never going to change. Okay. Jordy's either playing with something or, whatever. Somehow you and I are still alive, right? Don't ask me how. I don't want to know. I wish I wasn't, probably. But we're both still alive. And whoever the Prime Minister at the time is, says... Thomas, we need you. We need you a lot right now.
Prime Minister, and you immediately go to your Bill Clinton.
Yeah. Instead of Prime Minister, change that to President then. President of the entire Earth.
Jordy and Tom be vibing, and we need them to do stuff now.
They are indeed vibing, and we need them. Okay, so he says...
That little cat be bobbing his head to their little drums.
That means nothing to anyone else. So, okay, whoever the president / prime minister, right? Let's go with president of the US. He rings you up, all right? You see that number on your phone, you answer it, and he goes...
Just 00001.
So he never forgets it.
Yeah.
He goes, Tom, we need you to come here to the US because we have a special mission for you. We need you to start a new world.
So you're going to say, we need you to go on the cover and assassinate global warming.
Not quite.
He's getting too strong. We need you to take him out like Black Ops.
We need your help. I think we might have fucked up the planet a little bit.
It's going to be like JFK 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Shit.
But with global warming.
Shit. Yeah, so he says to you, right? What he says to you, we need to make a new planet, a new universe, a new whatever, right? And you're in charge.
Just boot up Spore.
You're in. So we have to abandon this planet. That much we know, right? Now, there is the very real possibility that the humans are going to die completely from this, right? There's not many of us left at this point.
The humans are dead. Have you heard that song?
I haven't.
Okay.
So they've given you this state-of-the-art program.
This is like Stargate Atlantis episode season 3 something where Rodney and Shepard discover a console that lets them play a civilization type game with a planet that they don't realize is a real planet.
Yes, except it's not that. Because what's happening is you have to make this as on a program that's easy enough as like, I want to add blank, and it adds it in, right?
So it's like a Zor like text adventure game?
Pretty much, except you're doing this, and whatever you say this time is what is going to happen.
Okay.
So you get one chance at this.
Yeah.
For some reason. They only have enough resources to do it once. So, this is the game that we're going to play, right?
This is complicated.
It is complicated.
Okay.
So we're both here, right? But I'm just there to.
We are here, yes.
Yeah. Well, in this future scenario, we're both here.
Yeah. You're just fucking with me. Just
of course. Well, some things never change.
Yeah.
So you've got the program in front of you. Now,
Yeah.
What do you start with? Are you going to start with a whole new planet?
Well, I would start with a disk because that's what a planet is. It's like it's a flat disk. So obviously, we start
of course,
there.
yeah. So you've got your disk, right?
Yeah.
Now you can change whatever you want, right? This is a fail-safe, right?
Yeah.
So if the humans completely die, this program runs and creates this. Okay. This is a very, very fucking wigged out thing that I came up with, and I thought it would be fun to do.
Concerned, like
you should be concerned.
People are telling you like we need a plan, we need it. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. So first things first. This the plane that you've made, right? This disc.
Yes.
Do we have everything that you see now, or do you want to change anything? Do you still want us to get oxygen from trees, or do you want it to be from 5G lampposts?
I mean, I feel like.
What's your first thought? You have this world. You can do whatever.
Funnily enough, this isn't an easy question.
I know. But do you have any, like, stupid first thoughts? Do you want to turn the grass your favorite shade of purple?
I mean, I was going to say, yeah,
I knew that would
the
come
sky
up.
purple. Or
The sky, your favorite shade of purple.
Grass. So you need some other things not to be purple. Black and purple. Everything needs to be. I think I would make it... I mean,
there is no rules that we have on this.
You're
planet.
asking me like what my idea of a utopia is, essentially.
Yes, exactly.
Like, what my thoughts on like a future society is. I think humanity's goal is to like evolve constantly into like energy of some sort, and then you can spy on people.
But this isn't humanity.
What the fuck is it then?
This is whatever you can design. You can design whatever you want.
Who's going to be on the planet?
Design. It could be an 8-legged. You could be a spider that's the size of a human and can speak fluent in every language, and that's what everyone is.
I don't know, I'd just copy us but not have fucking cancer and like weird genetic issues that just kill us.
Would you add anything? Would you change anything to the human?
I don't fucking... You're just asking me like... This is like when I play fucking Flash games. It's like, oh, what is your ideal like fetishized human to be? Like you're asking me this shit.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, like I don't know, equine penis.
Oh yeah,
like a knot and all that.
Yeah.
I'm not. This is not what we're doing.
I didn't mean penis related. I mean, I guess that does.
You were like, what do you want their bodies to be? What
Well, I was thinking, would you add extra arms or something so you could do more things?
Probably not. I mean, funnily enough, the form that we're in now is like our optimal form because that's how we evolved.
Yes, but this is a utopia. Everything would work.
Okay. Jordy, I think you've gone mad with power.
I have. All right. I'm here next to you, feeding you all this information because I'm trying to tell you in this scenario.
Like, oh, that's a bit dumb. Why are you doing that for?
Yeah, because I want it to be cool if I'm going to live in this world. If my brain power is going to be transferred into there somehow, I don't know.
Didn't you say it was like after humanity
it's if humanity dies, but I wanted it to be cool for everyone who lives there.
I'd just make it like basically like just a cooler Earth, cool Earth too. Like, just I don't know. I make everything just optimal, like pre-built, like fucking land and all that kind of shit. Like optimal electricity and all that. Just like a place where people can thrive and like do science and do whatever they want, like happily. Like it's just I don't know. I make it bigger than the Earth. Like I probably would make it flat. Yeah, just with like multiple levels. Like basically just I don't know, Japan or something.
Would you
just a heavily optimized like fucking structure of like places for people to do stuff, and live happily.
That'd be dope.
So yeah.
What type of like would you have like a governing body, or would you just kind of like, considering this is your choice, they could just you could pick for them to live harmoniously if you wanted, but
I'd probably go for a while ago
bit of a socialist nation.
Kinda. A while ago. What is this? You're just fucking with me.
It's my job.
Okay, you're just literally like, hey, Jordy, come up with this complex plan for a society, and also I'm going to tell you it's
do it
stupid.
on the spot in 30 minutes.
Well, it's progressively getting colder in this room. I'd probably like I can't remember where it was, but a while ago, some like town or country threw out their government and then just replaced them with scientists. So basically,
that's a good idea.
Like I would just have like maybe. I would have 3 like presidents essentially. Like they'd all have equal control, but they have to come to a consensus with each decision they make, and they have to make decisions based on like they can't come up with the decisions. They have to basically approve or deny things that are made by like scientists or people in their respective like departments. Like you had to have a department of metrology, department of agriculture, and like socioeconomics, and the presidents have to decide. It's like a jury essentially. Like,
so it would have to be like unanimous for something to go through.
But,
I like that.
Well, yeah, it's like that's what you do. You have three, since three is like the optimal number for making decisions. Since it's not too many that the idea gets lost, and it's not too little that it can be corrupted. Three is like the perfect number if you want to make like a sound decision on something.
Would you be on that team? Would you put your
Jordy,
consciousness into that?
Probably not.
Would
no.
you program yourself into it somehow?
I'd be one of these people living in Utopia where I can just fuck with things. I can just literally like build huge robots for fun. I wouldn't want to make stressful decisions.
You could like technically program yourself to be like this overruling AI, or
everyone looks like me and sounds like
that.
me. It's just clones of me. It's like that one Fallout Vault where everyone's in like VR, and was it Gary? Something like that?
I'm not sure.
It's from Fallout 3 or New Vegas. You go into a vault and everyone's in like cryostasis VR pods, and they're living in a world where everyone is Gary. Or I might have mixed up two vaults, but there was one vault where everyone is just one clone of a person.
I remember something about like Liberty Lane. Is that it?
Yeah, that was the one where it's like a 50s simulation.
Yeah.
I mixed up too, but I feel like that kind of a government would work though. Like
that. Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Like
to me, actually.
The idea is that the three presidents, they don't come up with any ideas necessarily. They just like approve and mediate decisions. Well, proposals made by like the departments, and that's that way. Like everything gets done, correctly. I'm sure there's probably like possibility of corruption and all that kind of thing, but I feel like that'd be a good start at least.
And so in this, like, do we live?
Do we do well?
do whatever beings, the humans, right, that you've put on this planet / plane,
just cooler humans.
Do they like live forever? Do they have a regular life cycle?
I don't know if I can answer that question, because obviously if they live forever, then there's going to be overpopulation, assuming that they reproduce.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So like they could either like live forever and like they would never need to reproduce.
I guess I'd just make their lifespans like 200 and then make like age of maturity like 50 or something, like, or make them only able to give birth at 50, but they still are like mentally sound at 50, but it's weird.
So
when they decide to have kids, they're at like prime mental ability to like decide, hey, is it a good idea to have kids, kind of thing.
So your body's kind of at the equivalent of like 20 at that point.
I was thinking actual like our 50, I guess, but
so we would look like we would be 50
No,
now.
you only start aging, like you only start deteriorating over 150, I guess, since that's like 75% or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like just twice the life. It's basically just everything times 2. So
do we still have all the same animals? Would you get rid of any? What animals do you hate that you would get? Spiders?
I don't think I would even have necessarily like livestock or anything. I think it would. I'm imagining like a space station, essentially, like just a flat plane space station where everything's in biodomes and it's massive, and there are trees, obviously, because I guess my humans don't need to like crave nature or anything, but I'd probably just only have pets, I guess, like dogs, lemurs. Well, I don't know why I went to lemurs. Ferrets and cats, obviously, just like as companionship, I guess.
So, like, everyone's a vegetarian?
Yeah, I was thinking like on the same thing of livestock, like I mean, this is a futuristic society, so they've probably synthesized like meat product.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could program that anyway. That's the whole point of this. And you wouldn't really want to go down the same path, would you? It's the whole point of this.
I guess this is like you're asking me what my like idea of like an ultimate utopian society is, and that kind of is what it is.
Or one that would just could continually thrive.
To me, it's a space where everyone is like empowered to do the things that they want to do. And in this society as well, like jobs aren't necessarily a thing. It's more of a services society, but I guess that can evolve into jobs. Like people, I guess it's more of a scientific. I mean, science, when you think of science, you think of like math and physics and that kind of shit, but that doesn't, science is just testing, essentially. Just figuring out what works best. That's what science is. So, like, science can be music, science can be like creativity. So
It's art in a way.
yeah, exactly. So my society is one where like people don't have to work and they can just. It's the whole goal of the society is to like evolve humanity. I guess create new technologies that, I guess, for entertainment or comfort.
So they get their hard-ons from making them discoveries.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
And if you... Okay, so if like all these people reach 200
Yeah.
and die out, do you have another fail-safe in place?
What, everyone just dies out simultaneously?
Yeah, everyone dies out.
What?
Would you have a respawn? Can you respawn? Can you be reincarnated? Is there religion in yours?
No.
No religion at all?
No.
Not one?
We've made a podcast
We
on
have
my
made a
thoughts on
podcast on
religion. I think religion is kind of like an early human coping mechanism for figuring out why the fuck we're here. So it's
Fair
not.
enough.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that this society wouldn't require religion necessarily.
I suppose it wouldn't, yeah.
There's no need for religion. I mean, there's methodology. There's what's the other word? Tradition.
Tradition, yeah.
Which they can kind of be equated to religion, I guess, if you make that kind of thing. Jordy, what's your utopia? What would you do? And don't steal my ideas.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I think I would take my favorite parts from like all these dope animals, and then I would like make us into like a big,
like fucking animal fiber.
Yeah, literally. Because I was just thinking when I just kind of smooth brained the idea of us being spider people who could walk around. I mean, it'd be dope to be able to just like climb up walls and stuff. You know, I would have that. I would like that. Just like or like live like a cockroach, you know, that you can't kill those motherfuckers.
I don't want to live like a cockroach.
Well, you wouldn't look like one. You would just have the abilities of a cockroach. You could walk around without a head if you wanted.
But what?
Just in case you wanted to, you know, you could just bumping into stuff.
But where's
you
your brain? In your chest or something?
Details. Doesn't matter.
Details that you
just
specifically were like asking me and like, oh, what does that mean? What do you know? And then you're just like, whatever.
Doesn't, you know.
Okay.
I'm here to fuck with you. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
You know.
Jordy, I'm fucking with you now.
Yeah, I know. It's only fair. I think I would make mine like my idea of like a one massive planetary Zen garden.
Yeah.
Like everything would just there'd be massive, you know, like you watch, the first thing is Lord of the Rings, but I've never really seen it that much. Or like any of these big fantasy movies, and they just have these massive like life trees. They always call it like the life tree or the giving tree or something.
Like Avatar, essentially?
Avatar, that's what, yeah. Like all these just like massive big monuments.
But they have sex with the trees.
Do they have sex with the trees?
That's what. You remember the tail thing?
Dude, I can't remember a single fucking thing about Avatar.
The new one's coming out pretty soon.
I had did we do it on the show that was like, name one character from Avatar?
Jake.
See, you were the one that did get it.
I don't even know if that's correct.
Everyone I knew, I was asking that question because I realized that I don't remember a single thing about that movie, and it was like the biggest thing for a hot minute there.
I just remember the animation was weirdly fast, and it kind of looked like a PS2 cutscene.
I kind of want to watch it again now.
You don't, though. Like, it's
I don't want
bad.
to, though.
The best part about that is that when you went to conventions afterwards, there was a bunch of like pretty attractive body paint cosplays, which is pretty sweet, actually.
Well, winning for you, isn't it? And everyone, I was like, you know,
you have a girlfriend. You're not going to comment on that.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
So my utopia would be lots of Zen.
It's in the Undertale universe.
Yeah, obviously, Sans. Everyone is Sans. That's the only character I know from Undertale. I know nothing about that
Zen
game.
Garden because that's your online handle.
Yeah, it's with an X.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole planet's just called Zen because, you know, I made that up.
Oh, like
I made that up.
Zen.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you mean like
my name is from Half-Life.
You want to be in the Half-Life universe, is what you're saying?
No,
like,
I don't.
Like Zen, the border world.
No, that sounds scary.
Zen is pretty beautiful.
Sounds
Zen
scary.
in Black Mesa, Zen looks pretty beautiful. The new Black Mesa game that you played.
Yeah, I did.
Kind of played
for a little bit.
On Jordy Plays.
Yeah, go check it out. Just kidding. Don't do that. Everything's peaceful. No one gets depressed.
How are you going to maintain peacefulness?
Because see, I'll get to that.
Is there conflict?
No, because
then what do people do?
Everyone is so absorbed with the beauty of this place that no one gets depressed and everyone is calm.
Yeah, but
like a zen...
If you're exposed to something for long enough, you get desensitized to it.
Yes, but these trees have... What's a antidepressant drug?
Valium.
Yeah, it just spits Valium out, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So everyone's just totally cool, and then it has a absolutely insane Valium addiction because it's just in the air.
People just die. It's like a hellscape where you
but it's fine. All right, this is what keeps the peace.
You're just chemically restrained on the entire planet.
Yeah, you're emotionally castrated.
Okay.
With chemicals. Emotionally, chemically castrated.
I don't think you're taking this seriously.
I am.
No, you're not.
Trust me, I am.
To keep our people peaceful, we make them chemically restrained. We don't redesign their biology to not feel depression.
I didn't think of it as like such a ominous thing. I just thought of it as like, it just keeps everyone feeling fine. It's just a nice thing in the air.
Valium is like, it affects you though. Like
but this is my world, okay? It just makes you feel nice, okay?
This is Jordy's world.
So everyone's just walking around like totally just straight vibing.
What do?
They do fuck all. This whole...
Yeah, but what is the point of like living?
The exact opposite of yours. All my people do is they walk around, they all play instruments, and they all just jam. That's it.
Well, that's something. That's like it's like that one Rick and Morty episode where like the show me what you got thing.
Oh yeah.
The blob people with the weird instruments. Their entire society is just music based.
Yeah. So all they do is they make music and they make art. It's like a Gen Z utopia. But no one complains. That's the thing, because everyone is equal, and it doesn't matter.
Complain.
There's not even such thing as.
But what if someone learns how to play guitar the best and they're hailed as a god?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It won't happen. Everyone is equal.
So there's no weight put on
Everyone's
skills
so
or anything?
equal, there's not even a word for equality over there.
There's no weight put on skills, meaning that no one has the motivation to improve.
Everyone's just straight fucking
so
vibing.
No one ever improves. Because there's no
need to improve.
Motivation to improve. So everyone just stagnates.
Exactly. There's no need to improve. These people can live forever.
Accomplish nothing. They die.
And they can choose to die whenever they want to. But they do not die via...
They turn into a bubble like New Super Mario and they can just float on screen.
It's like the Futurama suicide booths.
Yeah, okay.
If they want to. And then they become reincarnated again to fix the population problem.
Jordy, I like the idea of the New Super Mario bubble that captures you and floats you off screen.
That could work too.
Have you played that?
Maybe if you buy the Super Mario Life DLC, then you can do that.
And everyone has Nintendo Switches that they like playing.
Yeah, you could also buy the Pac-Man DLC where you like fold up like this, and then you go, and it makes the sound too, and then all your friends would find that very funny.
What?
I put lots of thought into this, of course. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Is that at no point during my very, very brief planning of this episode did I expect you to ask me. And that's the funniest thing. I did not expect you to ask me.
This is what Jordy has done essentially. He's like, oh, I need to prepare a topic. Like, oh, that's going to take, a while. I'm going to have to think about it. Oh, no, I'll just make Tom come up with the content. I'll just ask him, I'll set up this scenario and just let him spin and generate the content for this episode. That's what he's done. He's literally just,
because I'm smart,
moved the content generation from his part to my part.
Because I'm smart.
Okay.
See, I win.
That's like what you've done, though.
I win this episode, dude.
Okay.
I have no idea how long this has gone. Have you been watching anything? Because I'm done with this now.
Futurama, I guess.
You've been watching Futurama?
I downloaded Futurama. I've just been putting it on the background.
I think you mean you bought legally Futurama.
I didn't say I illegally downloaded it. I could be subscribed to whatever service that lets me download it.
Oh, yeah, but you're not.
How do you know?
That's all right. You pirated it. Tom pirated Futurama.
I torrented Ubuntu, guys. Arrest me.
Ubuntu.
I used Tixity to download Debian and Ubuntu.
Ubuntu? That's not a good joke.
Okay.
You've been watching Futurama. Have you, finished? How many seasons are there of Futurama?
7, I think.
7?
Yeah.
I thought there would have been, 30.
Well, it gets cancelled and, put back on the air. It's too smart. It literally is too smart for TV. Futurama is actually run by people with master's degrees and GEDs. They for one episode they literally invented a new mathematical proof just for the episode, and that like won them an award.
That's funny.
For like determining the amount of steps to swap someone's mind. Since they had an episode where people could swap bodies with other people, swap minds, right? And to figure out all the connections and how many swaps it would take to get back to the original body, they developed a new mathematical formula for figuring that out.
Jesus.
Like an entirely new thing. So.
And to think I've been doing it for free all these years.
Okay.
You know, all the mathematical formulas I've been making. The only mathematical formula I've tried to work out in the past month is trying to work out just how many kilos of shit I've produced in my life. And I didn't get anywhere. I don't know how to work that out.
Do that, since you would need to know exactly how much you're intaking and how much your body is processing.
If anyone out there could work that out.
I mean, if you weigh yourself every day and you reliably know that you're in between like fucking digestion cycles, then yeah.
Because I would genuinely like to know that. If my life had like game stats, I could see how many steps I could take and how long my play time has been for this playthrough, you know? I would like to know how many kilos of shit I've produced.
Okay.
I would like to know that. I've been watching Kitchen Nightmares. No one cares. Okay. I'm going to end this train wreck now because I really saw this going a completely different way, and now I feel bad for everyone.
Which way did you think it was going to go?
Well, I just thought you were going to have a lot more fun than you did with it, and then you just kind of like took the piss with it.
I mean, I would have to think about this for a while. You're just literally on the spot asking me, hey, create an entirely new society with sound logic and rules.
Yeah, well, you did a good job.
Yeah.
I really like the sound of yours. Okay. I would live there, personally.
Okay.
If I had the option, I would do that now.
Not in your fucking weird hellscape where
I would like
dosed up and like doesn't improve.
It's not a hellscape. Everything looks beautiful.
It's fucking hell.
No, it's not.
Hell.
You wouldn't think it was hell if you lived there.
It's like being perpetually high 24/7.
That sounds good to me.
Well, like not improving. It's literally just smoking weed 24/7 because that's what weed.
Exactly.
That's literally what fucking those like dropout stoner dudes do. They just smoke all day. They don't improve because they're just content just sitting on the couch.
There's nothing to do anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Netflix.
You can just enjoy it.
We're ending the episode now.
We are ending the episode. Goodbye, everyone. See you next week.